it's such a long way that when I was a kid in Iceland, it wasn't even a possible thought. No one had done it, and if I would have said it out loud, that was my dream, then people would just have laughed me out of the room. And I don't even think it was my dream, because it wasn't a possible idea, just being able to make films in Icelandic and show them abroad was far-fetched enough. But after 101, its success here in Locarno and then Toronto, the agencies came after me, and there was already interest from Hollywood. But the projects were they were like horror movies, something like that projects that most of the directors already passed on. So and that they do sometimes get foreign directors that you can get maybe cast, because they have some, there's some artistry to their work, so the actors are drawn to them, and then they give them a horror script to make, and to get like a horror script and with good actors. But this is not the genre I have been working in and wasn't interested, so I decided to wait a little bit. I decided to make another film in Iceland called The Sea. Was about Icelandic quota system, the fishing industry, which is as Icelandic and anything can get, and as far from Hollywood as possible. That movie also went around the world. Was a big hit in my own country. It was very much about what we later learned about the collapse of the banks. It was a kind of seeing that if we do this, what we're doing with the fish, we might collapse as a country. And then after I made another Jara City, which became a big success both in Iceland and around the world, it's kind of a policier thriller. It won Kalvari, and it got a lot of distribution around the world. Then the studios started coming with more interesting projects. But I didn't really do a studio. I didn't do a studio movie until I had produced a movie and played in it called Reykjavík Rotterdam. And we decided to remake that, and I directed it, and that's Contraband. So I already had the rights to the movie, so I kind of wanted to step into it on my own terms. Though not necessarily that is the project that I dreamt of making. I thought it would be a good mixture of doing something that could possibly open doors for me in the future. Because of it's at least not that I know of. It's very hard to come and expect to get the same project as you were doing at your home in Hollywood as your first step, because those kind of projects are taken by directors that are above me.